Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. This tutorial is going to be on paint correction. We're going to be doing it on my 2014 Ram. The products I'm going to be using are the Rupees Uno Protect. This is a 2-in-1. This cuts and polishes the paint at the same time. We're also using the Ultimate Liquid Wax from Meguiar's, and the spray bottle is just some tire cleaner. The machine we're using is a orbital buffing machine, and the pad is the medium heavy orange buffing pad. So here we have the paint. As you can see, it's pretty dull, a lot of scratches, a lot of swirl marks, not much shine. What I'm trying to get out of this project is trying to bring back the factory shine it once had. So here we start with the rinse, getting that dust, that debris off the paint. We follow that with a nice good wash, just a regular wash. Right here we're just using the foam canyon and some microfiber towels to just get the paint ready. Alright, after the wash, we start clay barring the truck. You don't have to clay bar the entire truck, just the surfaces where debris sits. And I'm talking about the hood, the roof, the top of the fenders, top of the doors. During this process with the clay bar, you're going to be hearing a lot of scratching on your paint when you're doing it. And that's normal. That's just dirt particles that the clay is removing from your paint. Right here we're not using a clay bar, we're actually using a clay glove. It's way faster. I'm gonna try to find a link for you guys, see if you guys want to purchase it, but it was way faster. And the liquid we're using just to clay bar it is the same soap we used to wash it. We just sprayed it again with the foam canyon and we started clay barring it. As you can see here, we made sure to hit the roof. A lot of debris sits there for a long time, so the paint up there gets really rough. So you want to make sure you really hit that part. After the clay barring is done, just a real good rinse, get everything off the paint again. Following with a good dry. So now we start buffing the paint and using the Rupees Uno Protect to cut and polish the paint. As you can see here, we do the up and down and side to side motions, just making sure to get everything covered on the paint, making sure every little spot gets a good buff. After you're done buffing, you want to wait 20 minutes. That's what Rupees recommends for their product. After those 20 minutes, you want to get a clean microfiber towel and just wipe out the residue from the compound, and you can see right away the difference on the shine. And here we are buffing the door. Same thing, just make sure the product is everywhere on the paint and each part gets a good buffing. And here the person on the right is applying the Meguiar's wax Maguire's recommends to wait also 20 minutes after applying the wax before wiping it off. But to apply the wax is just some small circles with the wax pad, and then just wait 20 minutes and then wipe it off. So here we're gonna have a close-up on buffing a section of the hood. As you can see, that's the amount of compound we're using for the first buff, and there you go, that's how it is distributed on the section. The first buff is just to make sure compound is all over the paint on the section you're about to buff, just making sure everything's covered. For this part, you want to be on a slow speed, just making sure everything's covered. After you covered everything, you want to do the second buff, and here we're using a bit more compound. And for the second buff, this is where you start doing the up and down motion, the side to side motion, making sure you're getting into the grooves, making sure everything gets a good buff. And for this section, you want to put your speed up. For the machine itself, you don't have to put no pressure on it. The machine does the work for you. You just want to guide it to get all these sections buffed. And here we come back to the door and wipe off the residue of the compound. As you can see, the shine on the door is looking really good. To finish off the door, we apply the Maguire's wax, again just to seal the paint, and again it's applied the same way. Small circles, wait 20 minutes, and then wipe it off. Some tips on buffing the doors. What you want to do is open the door, buff the top part first, after close the door and buff around the window. The reason for this is because of the rubber insulation the doors have. You don't want to go over it with the buffer because it can damage the sponge and the sponge won't be able to cut properly. This is the second process I was talking about when buffing the doors. Here I'm going around the window without hitting the rubber insulation. And this is the final result. As you can see, my RAM is looking pretty good. It looks like it just came off the dealer lot. This video was taken the next day just because it got dark by the time we finished, but the whole process took about 3.5 hours. The last tip I want to give you is make sure to wash the buffing pads you are using. With all the compound, the buffing pads get clogged and don't cut very well. So make sure after each section is you give it a good rinse and you should be good. And that's all, everyone. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please leave your like, share, and comment. This is my first time editing a video, so let me know how I did, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments.